evening, friends. Welcome to Cocktail Hour. So today we're going to be making a sort of not totally correct version of a cocktail that I actually really like called the Daisy May. I don't quite have all the exact correct amounts of ingredients, so we're going to try it anyway because it's very tasty, and I'm thinking like an off version of it is maybe still very tasty. So this is a gin-based cocktail, and it asks us to shake it, so we will just put some ice in our shaker. For 2 ounces of gin. So that is very slow. The gin wants to pour. It's very trying to help us not drink too much. Doesn't know that we don't want help with that. All right, so it's about 1.5 ounces. And similar to our general concept, it's about another 1.5 ounces. So that's sort of 2 ounces. It then calls for 1 ounce of lime juice. So we do actually have this lime that is already prepared to being half of a lime. I think we basically have established that 1 ounce of lime juice is about a half a lime, but like maybe just for form, we'll try squeezing it into this thing. Yeah, so right, like it's mostly like some of it. Maybe that's not actually quite right. Maybe it's a whole lime that we should be doing. Well, we'll see. This is the amount of lime that we currently have in the house, so hopefully it's making all kinds of noises and yet not giving forth any additional lime juice, so that is also excellent. So friends, don't use your old limes when trying to have enough juice for anything. Ah, there we go. That's right. Okay, so that's pretty much like not quite, but close to. This is going really well, friends. It's going to be like all off and hopefully still okay. Okay, so then it calls for 3/4 ounce of chartreuse, which is, I think, basically the amount of chartreuse that we currently have. So we're going to try that, which is part of why I'm making this drink, is that I have a small amount of chartreuse and I'd like to use it. And oh my god, it's like really close to the correct amount. It's not still quite the correct amount, but that is the amount that we have. It's gonna be a green drink because it's got lime in it and it's got chartreuse. So just think of lime and chartreuse as being very summery. It then calls for 3/4 ounce of simple syrup. Now I have to say that because we were a little light on the lime juice, I think we should also be a little bit light on the simple syrup, because otherwise I think it is going to be too sweet, because simple syrup is quite sweet per its name. Okay, so there we are. And that is all that it asks me to put in here. So then it tells us to shake it, and then it tells us to put it into a red wine glass with ice. Now I have to say I don't fully have a red wine glass, but I have this that I drink red wine out of, and so that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna put some ice in it. Okay, so it says to shake, and so shake we will. I don't know why that was hard, but it apparently seemed typical. All right, and then it tells us to strain it here into this glass. And here it is, straining into the glass, appearing to be green. Now, I have to be honest, friends, it also calls for a mint garnish, but I don't have any mint, and so I cannot garnish it, which is very sad, and like maybe we should garnish it with like a lime or something. I should have thought of before I turned on all this camera and everything, but like maybe just like a quick, or I could have used that lime for having more lime juice in it. Yeah, this cocktail is like a little bit not quite what it could be, but hopefully it will be okay. So there we are. See now, fancy. It's still good, I gotta be honest with you. It's quite tasty. The chartreuse is really delicious. If you have an opportunity to get green chartreuse, it's like very herbal and aromatic, but like also, I don't know, but also quite tasty. So this is better if you have the proper proportions, and I recommend that you follow the recipe a little more closely than I'm doing it right now. But even if you do it kind of wrong, it's still quite tasty, and very summery, and I'm gonna put a little bit more ice into this, and if it stops raining, I might go and drink it on the roof. So enjoy, friends. Cheers.